Alright, on this video I'm going to be doing the 3 multi-step problems, the first of which being, let's say Apple is buying $100 worth of new iPad factories. With that, how are all 3 statements affected at the start of year 1 before anything else happens? Okay, so first off, your income statements will have no change. Then your cash flow statements also have no change. That's because you are down $100 for the 100 you spent on your factories, but you're up 100 because of the debt you raised. And then finally you have your balance sheet, which is going to be up $100 for the PP&E increase on the asset side. And then your liabilities and equity side will also be up $100 due to the debt that you raised to buy the factory. So both sides balance and are up $100. Okay, so let's see. The second question that we have is, let's go 1 year out to the start of year 2. Assume the debt is high yield, so no principal is paid off, and assume an interest rate of 10%. Also assume the factories depreciate at a rate of 10% per year. What happens now? Assume that we have already factored in the changes from part 1 and are now only tracking what happens after those have taken place. Alright, so first off, we're going to have our income statement, and that's going to be down $20, $10 for your depreciation, $10 for your interest, and that's pre-tax. So if you assume a tax rate of 40%, you're going to be down $12 net income. So move over to your cash flow statement, you're down $12. However, you have a write back of $10 because depreciation is a non-cash expense. So you're only going to be down $2 at the end of your cash flow statement. And then last but not least, you have your balance sheet. So your cash is down $2 and you're down $10 on your depreciation, so you're down $12 on the asset side. And then on the liabilities and equity side, you're also down $12 in retained earnings from the balance sheet. And so you're down $12 on both of the balance. Okay, and then finally we have number 3, which is at the end of year 2, all factories break down and their values are written down to 0. The loan must also be paid back. Walk me through how the 3 statements change only from the start of year 2 to the end of year 2. Okay, great. So first off, you're going to have $100 down pre-tax income, $10 for depreciation, $10 for interest, and then $80 for the write-down of the factories. Assuming a 40% tax rate, you're down $60. And then if you move over to your cash flow statement, you're going to take that $60 that you're down, and then you're going to have 2 write-backs. First off is going to be an $80 write-back for the factories, and then you're going to have a $10 add-back for your depreciation, so you're going to be $30 up after cash flow from operations. Then once you move into cash flow from financing, because the debt has to be repaid, you're going down $100, so you're down $70 at the end of your cash flow statement. Alright, so now if you move over to the balance sheet, you're down $70 in cash, and then an additional $90 in PP&E, so your asset side is down $160. Your liability and equity side is also down $160, $100 for the debt, and $60 for the loss from the income statement. So both sides balance, and you're down $160. And that is the end of this video.